Hey guys, before I start this video, I want to say that this video is mainly made for the purpose of people who are new to the community and have no idea how these videos are made. So if you're someone who makes videos and finds it very simple to make, then please skip this video. Um, unless, unless you want to know how other people do it, like myself. Or just curious how I make them, then go ahead. And also another thing, I know that this is a video that nobody asked for, and that's perfectly fine. It's just that I thought about it, and I wanted to help anyone out there who wants to make these videos, and so that way they can give a perfect example of how these videos are made. With that being said, let's get on to the video. Hello everyone, my name is DJ Connor, and welcome back to another video. Well, a different video, actually. But in this video, I am going to be showing you how these videos are made. Now, before we get started, I want to clarify some things. First thing is what is what device do I use to make these videos. Now, I know that some people in the community often use something like a laptop, a Mac, a PC, whatever. Now, I am just gonna be making this very clear. You don't have to use a professional computer or laptop or any laptop to make a video, okay? Or any video, really. In fact, you can make videos on an iPad, which, by the way, is what I'm using to record this. Specifically, the iPad Pro. So, yes. So, alright, so, if you guys so yeah. And the second thing I want to mention is what, applications I use to make these videos on my iPad. So, I use Google Chrome to basically, copy and to get basically most of the quotes in each and every defeat video I make. I use documents to download clips and songs for my videos. I use Phonto sometimes to basically, let's say that I mainly use it, say I want to use a video like Lord Commander from Final Space, for example. I use a PNG background, but if I go to my camera roll, it's just white, and if I don't want that color, I go to Phonto. I just get a plain image and I change it black, and then I put the character there. I use scrolling credits to basically put as the end credits for every one of my new defeat videos now. I use Google Slides to pretty much make backgrounds for thumbnails, resize them, or resize the backgrounds for thumbnails, and of course making collages for my thumbnails. I use YouTube Studio. Okay, I don't really explain it, but I use YouTube Studio for basically changing certain settings in some of my videos. I use iMovie to pretty much edit a lot of these videos. And last but not least, I use Pages to basically as a note taker for my description. Alright, with that said, now let's get on to the tutorial. So, the first thing I do is I go to YouTube and I search up mainly sometimes the song. So for the sake of this, we're gonna be doing a cartoon Villeneuve video, and let's say for the sake of this, the song will be on Beyond the Matrix by it will be Beyond the Matrix by Epica. All right.
Sensodyne with
So what I do is I press the share button and I press copy link. When I go to documents, I go to my browser, and Now now for the most part I use SafeRun.net as my video MP4 converter, and sometimes it doesn't work, and when times like these it doesn't work, I use YouTube Downloader. Now you have to accept the fact that there's going to be a lot of pop-ups on this converter, so keep in mind you might want to be careful, and of course do not trust, for the love of God, do not trust the goddamn pop-ups, okay? Some of them might be scams, so just keep that in mind. So we're gonna put this to MP4 360 because that works for me, and then we're gonna change that to video playback 120. Alright, so after that I go to iMovie, and as you can see I got a lot of videos there. I don't know why I even mentioned that. Let's go to movie, and I'm going to select a black image for every single one of these videos, of course. So I'm going to just have the volume up for a moment. So we're going to add some text now. I usually use the standard text in iMovie. I'm just going to remove some of the other two. I'm going to only have the one in the middle. And now, after that, I exit it, and I change it to the feet of my favorite villain something, but for the sake of this, it's going to be the feet of my favorite cartoon villains part 3, alright? And then after that, I go back to documents. I go look for the song I just downloaded. It should be around down here somewhere. And yeah, it should be here. And then I press the triple dots, and I press share. And so, now you can save the video if you want to, but I only do that sometimes. For the most part, I just copy it to iMovie, which works a lot better. So for the sake of this, we're gonna copy it to iMovie. I'm gonna select the video we recently edited. I'm gonna select more and audio only. All right.
Shine through the sky, beyond the matrix.
All right, let's see if that works. All right. Let's duplicate that. Alright, so I'm gonna just do my tile. So yeah, I'm just probably gonna speed this up a little. Okay. Alright, so now after that, I go to document, see if there's any villains I want to add for the first part. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's see. I might add Strike from the OKKO crossover for the first part. So yeah. Okay. Gonna turn. Also, I recommend turning down the volume. So that way, because you don't want to have the clip playing over the music. And in fact, if you do this. If you don't do this, here's what's gonna happen, and trust me, you're gonna hate it. So yeah, that is just a bad example, and I strongly do not recommend doing that, okay? So, yeah, also, no, now this isn't meant to be an offensive thing, but this is just an example if you want your videos to at least be somewhat solid. So, let's split so I thought, easier way to do this instead of, like, just getting the video to clip and then shortening it, I recommend just putting the split button, and for this part, and unnecessary part, you want to delete that, and have no theme on the transition part, because really, I don't think there's any point of actually having a goddamn fucking transition, so... Alright, so, okay, so, yeah, that honestly seems pretty solid, so, yeah, okay, so now we're gonna go back, alright, so now we're gonna go to Google Chrome, alright, and we're gonna search up defeats of my favorite cartoon villains, part 11. Alright, so let's see if Jacob's video is there. Alright. Sometimes if it doesn't work, you might want to add the username from the channel you're using for these, if that helps you a lot. Alright, so now we're gonna be using the quote. Alright, and I'm gonna press copy, and then we're gonna go to pages, and then I press the add tab, and we're gonna add a blank landscape because I find that easier for doing the description. Well, at least for me. And we're gonna change the size to 14, so at least looks easier to see. I might zoom in on that a little. Okay. I'm gonna paste, and I'm actually gonna paste that quote. And, yeah, I'm also gonna put a disclaimer in the video, so that way, I can at least somewhat give credit to the original creators of the video, because I think if people don't do that, then, because I think it's at least somewhat, it's a nice thing to do, at least. Alright, so, now, I'm going to be stopping right there, okay, for now, and I am going to, basically stop right, I'm not gonna record the screen too much until I finish the video, and when I get to the part where I only have a few things to do left, so, yeah, I'll see you guys when I've finished the video. Okay, so once you've finished, so now that I've finished the video, it is time to do the next part, which is of course making the end credits and publishing and saving the video to your camera roll. So we're gonna so for now we're just gonna exit this video, and then we're going to go back to pages. And as you can see, I got my list of villains quotes for each and every one of the 12 villains used in this video. So, okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna make a blank page. The size is of course gonna be 14. I'm gonna just put this. Okay. Right. I'm just gonna put a title this because why the fuck not? And now I might speed this up a little, so yeah. So now now that I've done listing out all the clips used, now all I have to do is just tap and then press select all, and then I just copy, and yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna go to scrolling credits, and I'm gonna go to clip art, and we're gonna select HD color BGs, and I'm gonna select a black image for the sake of this. Now we're gonna go customize, crop, and I'm gonna select, and I select set crop ratio for an iMovie, okay? And then after that you wanna also go back to customize, select text, clear out the one you previously did, and paste in the one you just inserted. The one you just copied from pages. Alright. So, yeah. Now, this might take a while for it to render, so we're gonna give it some time, and once it's done, so, like, once it's done, yeah. Then we'll just put it into iMovie. Alright. Alright. Okay. Then I will save it, and then I'm gonna go back to iMovie, go back to the video I was just making, and then I go select recently added, so that way it's easier, and then I gotta press the end credits one, the one I just rendered and saved to my camera roll. Alright, so now once that's done, yeah, we're gonna export this video. So we're gonna export this video, we're gonna save video, and we're gonna select 720p. Now, I recommend you do a high quality. You don't have to specifically be 4K. If you do 720p, that's fine, as long as it's not somewhere around 360p or lower. Because otherwise you're gonna get something like this.
Faith is way in our face, and what's in front now? It's not like I'm not trying to
And let me tell you that no one wants that as a result for the quality of their videos. So for me, I like 720 because that suits me well. Now, once again, this may take some time, so we're gonna give it a moment, and we're just gonna wait for it to export, so yeah. Alright, so now that the video is exported, it's time to get to the next part. Alright, so now that the video is done, now it's time to get some of the images and make the collage. So okay, so let's see. Now, once again, this is going to be sped up for this part of the step. So yeah. So now that I've gotten all pretty much, in fact, most of the villains that I'm gonna be using in this video, I'm gonna go to Google Slides. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna add a new page. I'm gonna make it blank. Now, before I make the actual collage, I'm gonna help you out there. Now, for those of you who have 10 villains in your video, you might want to you want to have 5 columns by around with 2 rows. 2 rows, 5 columns. Like the now you just have to do that now, and if you have I guess you could say an odd number, like, I guess for the sake of this 7, you want to go first. You want to do the smaller number and then the bigger number. Well, at least that's what I recommend. So you go 3 by 2 first, and then you want to make that big. And then after that, I want to do that again, but this time only have 1 row. Delete the other one you just did, so that way it doesn't. So that way there's no backups from it. Okay, and then you delete it, and then we're gonna add the other 4 columns. You're gonna add one more row, and yeah, yeah, but we're gonna delete that. Okay, so we're gonna do. I'm just gonna check how many villains there are. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there are 12 villains. So we're gonna do 6 columns by 2 rows. Okay. All right, so if you want to resize the image, now it's instead of like cropping the screenshot, I recommend just tapping this button in Google Slides, a feature in Google Slides, and basically you can like crop the image, so that way it works out way better. To be honest, Alright, so, yeah. And this would also be really good, so that way it's a lot easier to do. Alright. Oh, wait, no. Alright, just gonna resize that, and, now, I know this may sound annoying, but I am gonna speed this up again, just so that way it doesn't get repetitive. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got all 12 villains that I'm wanting to use in the video, now it's time to take a screenshot. Now, since I'm using an Apple device, now if you're using something like an iPhone with a home button, you just have to press the home button and the on and off switch at the same time. If you're using an Apple device with no home button, you have to press the volume up button and the on and off button at the same time. But if you're using a iPad that supports the Apple Pencil, whereas all the iPad Pros are the newer iPads, like the newer iPad, the newer iPad Air, or the newer iPad Mini that were made in 2018 and 2019. What you want to do is you want to get the Apple Pencil and take a screenshot by going to the bottom left corner. And yeah, I'm going to recrop that so that way the ratio fits. Alright, and okay, and then we're gonna save the video to save the picture to my photos. Fuck. Alright, so now let's go on to probably what is to be the last step. Okay, so the last step for this video is, of course, uploading the video. So what you want to do is you want to go to Pages. So what I do is I go to Pages, I tap and I just tap the blue line, and I press Select All, and then of course I press Copy, exit that document, and then I go to YouTube. And then I go to the uploading area, and I select this one. Alright, so we're gonna paste the description or the info card, and then we're gonna put in the title of this video. Well, I'm not gonna tell you it because you could just literally look it up and decide the video is in the fucking description, for God's sakes. Okay, that was a bit upsetting, but anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna press upload. Now we're just gonna wait for this to finish preparing. So once that's done, we're going to go to YouTube Studio and change certain settings so that way the video is fully done. Alright, so now that the video is just about uploading, I think it's about time we go to change certain settings. So we're gonna go to the video we just uploaded, and we're going to go to add to playlist, and we're gonna select Villain Beats, and for me, I'm gonna also select this one because why not? Don't ask why I put them there, okay? Just don't. And also choose a comment thing. You want to make sure your videos aren't made for kids unless you're a literal 5-year-old. That's a joke though, but like if you make content for kids, it's your choice, I guess. But yeah, but you would be careful about that if I were you. I'm gonna select the thumbnail, the custom thumbnail. We're gonna select that, and of course we're going to save it. So it may take a while. So yeah, now it's done. So I hope this tutorial was very helpful to some of you beginners. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.